20,000 years ago, if anybody was going to point to the sun and describe the sun's energy giving life, people would be like, how can that light in the sky possibly give the energy for life to grow? Well, the same is said by many regarding the planets in the solar system. How does their energy have any impact on the energies that we experience here on Earth? Well, I'm saying that Pluto, the last planet in the solar system, is an energy of transformation representing subconscious and past lives and transformation, new beginnings, liberation, and we can look at historical events to demonstrate how Pluto has a collective transformative energy that humanity reflects in the kinds of trends and generational transformations. So today, Pluto moves into Aquarius. The last time Pluto was in Aquarius was 220 years ago. Now, the most significant time of Pluto in Aquarius was 62 Common Era. So Jesus, the Georgian calendar begins when Jesus was born, 00. So 62 years after Jesus was born, Pluto, like today, moved into Aquarius permanently for the following 20-year period. So that was 8 cycles of Pluto circling the sun. Each single number between 1 and 9 represents a different energy. The number 9 is a reflective energy. It reflects whatever number it is added to, multiplied by, or divided by. So the single numbers actually, with energy, actually only end at number 8. So if we look at Pluto's cycles around the sun, 8 times ago, that was 62 Common Era. So what was happening at that time? Jesus had been crucified 29 years prior. So the social and political movements of that time were gaining momentum. Fast forward another 7 cycles of Pluto circling the sun, we come to the time of the Industrial Revolution, which has observed humanity evolving in leaps and bounds. So we can see that 8 Pluto cycles ago around the sun, 8 cycles around the sun was the opening of all of the messages of Jesus's life, which were about creating compassion, forgiveness, human rights, opening the fourth heart chakra. So Pluto, since the movements of the social movements, social and political movements that Jesus's life instigated, 8 cycles later, we are here today. So with the 8 cycles representing the completion of an era, we can see that the past 8 cycles that Pluto has circled the sun has been the opening and activating of the collective heart chakra of humanity with the instigation of Jesus's life. So today, a beautiful day of Pluto entering Aquarius, never to return to Capricorn. So Capricorn is about structures, political structures that are rigid, very publicly oriented, and we can see the last 20 years have been quite transformative in that area of public structures. So the next 20 years of Pluto in Aquarius, which 8 Pluto cycles ago saw the activation, the foundation of the activation of the collective heart chakra. So today we are beginning the foundation of Pluto's next 8 cycle era, which is the opening and activation of the 5th throat chakra of humanity, the collective. So what does this mean exactly? Well, we can see where at the moment there's the struggle between censorship, silencing people's voices, and freedom of speech. So this is pretty much going to be the struggle which will create social liberation and movements, setting the foundation for the next 8 cycles of Pluto around the sun, which will take approximately 2,000 years. Each time Pluto goes around the sun, first time, second time, third time, all the way up to 8 times. Well, the next 240 years before Pluto is again at the beginning of Aquarius, which will set the foundation for the next, 240-year cycle. So we've got 8 240-year cycles. And number 1, the first time Pluto goes around the sun, so that is representing new beginning. Number 1, independence, setting the journey in a new direction. So for the next 20 years, there'll be a lot of discussion and open dialogue, trying to both regulate and give and liberate. So the opposite sides of the same coin. Regulate, liberate in terms of freedom of speech and censorship. Then 20 years after that, so from 2044 for another approximately 20 years, humanity's going to be very tired of all the talking, basically, which will be setting the foundation underneath, like the roots of the foundation. The next 40 years will be the roots under the foundation for the next 240 years, as well as the next 2,000 years on a broader term. So then 2044 to like approximately 2064, when Pluto is in Pisces, will be a beautiful time where spirituality will reach new heights like never before.